We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. Yeticket.com.
Hey, this is Armie with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. Right there, baby, you see it. And you're watching me give this review on the film, The Birth of a Nation. That's right. This is Nate Parker's first big film, and it's getting distributed, and it's about Nat Turner. Now, of course, he wrote the script with his buddy, Jean Mechanic Celestine, and he directed it, put the money up, all those good things. And you got some pretty good actors in this too. You know, you got Armie Hammer in this, Penelope Ann Miller, Jackie Earle Haley, Mark Boone Jr., Colman Domingo, Aunjanue Ellis, Dwight Henry, Esther Scott, Roger Governor Smith, and Gabrielle Union. The Mrs. Dwayne Wade, she's in this. Well, let's talk about the film. Well, it's about Nat Turner. And it shows when he was a very young kid, the slave owners, the people who owned him, allowed him to start reading the Bible, learning how to read, so he can go around the other slaves and tell them about the wonders and glory of God, and also to cite some of the phrases from the Bible, how you as a slave supposed to worship and respect your slave owner. You're supposed to be glad that you are a slave, according to some of the passages in the Bible. And also remember, a lot of the slave owners, they said slavery was all right because it's mentioned in the Bible. It's the word of God to be a slave and also to be a slave owner. Well, you know, this is in Southampton, Virginia. And, you know, he was doing these things. Then he finally grows up, started reading more and more. But then he starts to understand because he starts watching all the atrocities that the landowners were doing to the slaves. Rape, very violent things, knocking their teeth out, breaking their arms, cutting their arms off, cutting their appendages off, cutting their feet off, whipping them for anything they wanted to. But then he started talking to the slaves, and he started telling them that also, even though God is the God of love, he is the God of wrath. It's a quote from the movie. You also got to realize, too, you didn't read about Nat Turner in school, did you? Did they mention it to you in school? No, you had to go on your own to find out this information. Because remember, history is not written by the people who saw it and who were involved with it. It's only written by the people who's large and in charge, and they're only going to tell you what they want you to learn. And, you know, Nat Turner realized we got to do something. So he had a revolt. It only lasted 48 hours. And also it showed why it failed. Now, Nate Parker directing is very good in this film. Also, the acting, he brought out a lot of acting skills of these actors, and he brought the characters to life. Now, he didn't make Nat Turner like a holy man. He made him a real human being. He made him a real slave, a person who was in bondage. He made you fully understand that. I will admit, Armie Hammer shows the struggle of having a slave and also how to keep up the expenses of the slave farm. And Armie Hammer played a great slave owner in this film. Now, Colman Domingo, his facial expressions work very well. He had limited words, but man, watching him and his facial expressions in this film really told the true tale or the true story of being a slave. And Roger Governor Smith as the house butler was very impressive and really showed how he really loved his slave owner, how he loved living in the big house. You know what we call them, right? Now, this film is not as brutal as I thought it might be. There's some violent scenes in it, but it works with the story. It's not excessive, and it really tells the story. The Birth of a Nation, I was touched by it. I take it personal too, but I'm going to give this 4 stars or 4 palm trees out of 4. It's one of the best films I've seen this year, The Birth of a Nation. Are you going to go see this film, or are you just going to say, oh, it's just another slave movie? That's up to you. But this is another great piece of film. And I'm Naomi. I'm just a film critic here at www.yeticket.com. I enjoyed it. Go see for yourself. See if you like it. Thank you for watching. I really
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. Yeticket.com. We are your